Something that happened a few months ago that if I wasn't going to do it before, something happened a couple months ago.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
And they use those big lips to do two things. One is to cover racism up, and the other is to lie for them. Black people, anybody other than straight white dudes for Donald Trump are just photo ops.
The White House coming out and making a statement saying that the gold card that Nicki Minaj received was a memento and not a visa in any way, no citizenship status in any way.
Whole room just laughed at her, and she thinks they're laughing with her after Trump made a financial jab at her and her financial situation currently.
DL Hughley just sent a strong warning to Nicki Minaj to watch her back, because he's saying that what Nicki's got going on will be the same thing that takes her down. And look at what's happening now. A Politico report just came out exposing that thousands of bots were used to prop up Nicki's MAGA posts. Meanwhile, Nicki's lawyer just quit, and she's still facing a $10 million lawsuit. As for Trump, he hasn't mentioned her once since that rally, and that citizenship payoff she was expecting didn't happen. The White House confirmed the gold card Nicki showed off was just a souvenir. She really thought she was getting something special for bootlicking. But ultimately, all she got was fake online support, real legal problems, and the kind of reputation damage money can't fix. But here's where it gets even more serious. Nobody's talking about the kind of people Nicki might have pissed off behind the scenes. We know about the lawsuits. We know about the lawyer quitting. But what we don't know is who else is connected to those cases. Her husband's legal situation has always been messy, and there are names in those court documents that don't play games. And then on top of all that, people close to the situation are reportedly concerned about Nicki's mental state. Isolation, legal pressure, substance addiction, abandonment by people she thought were allies. That combination has broken a lot of celebrities before her. And when someone that powerful starts feeling like they've got nothing left to lose, the danger isn't always from the outside.
I laugh and say it's cool, but when it's a bunch of celebrities out here taking and committing suicide and killing themselves, it's not cool. It's not cool, because you think because it's not on you when the heat is not on you, of course it's cool. If you felt the heat, it would not be cool, my nigga.
All right, so let's talk about that Politico report, because honestly, it's kind of embarrassing. A company called Cyabra did an analysis of Nicki's social media around the time she was going hard for Trump. And what they found was that thousands of the accounts hyping up her MAGA posts weren't even real. We're talking over 18,000 bots just pumping up her engagement, making it look like she had this massive wave of support. And at one point, 56% of the comments on her pro-Trump stuff were fake. Think about that. She really needed a bot army to make it seem like people actually had her back. And the irony here is wild. Nicki spent years bragging about her fan base, about the Barbs having her back no matter what. But when it came to this MAGA moment, the organic support just wasn't there. They had to manufacture it. So not only did she sell out for nothing, but the massive movement behind her during all those Trump posts wasn't even human.
I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more.
Now Nicki claims the critics don't affect her at all. But here's the thing about being unbothered. It only works when your real life isn't actively falling apart. Because while Nicki was busy ignoring the backlash, her legal situation went up in flames. TMZ reported that Nicki's lawyer, Matthew Abbott, just quit on her in the middle of a $10 million lawsuit. According to court documents Abbott filed, Nicki just stopped responding to his texts and emails and pretty much ghosted him completely. And that lawsuit Nicki's facing is from a former fan named Tamir Peak. He's been suing Nicki since 2024, claiming she falsely accused him of criminal conduct and stalking. And the allegations are serious enough that he's asking for $10 million. Now here's where it gets interesting. Nicki's lawyer, Matthew Abbott, who just dumped her, is actually connected to her management company, the same people running her career. So when he says he can't reach her, we're talking about her own team being left on red. And you have to wonder, did Nicki think she didn't need them anymore? Did she think being seen with Trump, being embraced by MAGA, made her untouchable? But here's the reality. Trump hasn't mentioned Nicki once in public since that MAGA event back in January. The MAGA crowd moved on to the next token influencer. Meanwhile, Nicki is still sitting there with a $10 million lawsuit, no lawyer, no career, and no citizenship. It looks like DL Hughley was right when he said MAGA were using Nicki to put blackface on the movement. And the second she stopped being useful, they'd toss her aside and find the next black celebrity celebrity to fill the role. Now here's where DL really started dragging Nicki. So with all her legal drama playing out, Nicki decided to go after Gavin Newsom. So Newsom was in Atlanta talking to Mayor Andre Dickens about his new book, and he opened up about growing up with dyslexia, struggling in school, and scoring a 960 on the SAT.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in.
And conservatives immediately clipped it and ran with it, claiming that he was implying black people are bad at reading. And then Nicki Minaj jumped on the bandwagon and posted, "His way of bonding with black people is to tell them how stupid he is and that he can't read. This means my first read on him was correct. He's been handed so many things and put in high positions he never earned or deserved." Do you want to know the craziest part of this footage that will haunt him forever? He's literally slowing his speech down and talking in a sporadic cadence. He's not just telling them that they're all probably stupid and probably can't read. He's literally slowing down his speech to make them understand the words that are coming out of his mouth, as if they're children. That means he really believes they're slow. He's not just saying it, he didn't misspeak. He believes it. Do you love it? Do you just love it, black people? However, DL Hughley immediately clocked Nicki, pointing out that Newsom wasn't speaking to the black audience. And he also dragged her for jumping on Newsom for something that was twisted to make him racist. But when Trump posted that ape photo of the Obamas, it was crickets.
And he mentioned his SAT score. And there was a conservative or a MAGA influence, I guess, and tried to intimate that he was denigrating black people. That he's like, I'm just like you. And what I find particularly ironic is some of the MAGA influencers, the black influencers, who didn't see racism with him using a meme that depicted the president and the former first lady as apes. They didn't see racism there.
And DL Hughley called this out as the pattern it is. He said this is what Black MAGA always does. They'll scream about racism when it's convenient, when it fits their narrative, when they can use it to attack political opponents. But when the racism is coming from the people whose boots they're licking, suddenly they can't see it.
Those black MAGA influencers do not see racism when it exists, but have no problem not seeing it. Like, they don't see it when it's actually there, but they have no problem pretending to see it when it ain't. And they use those big lips to do two things. One is to cover racism up, and the other is to lie for them. Black people, anybody other than straight white dudes for Donald Trump are just photo ops. They're set dressing.
And that's the thing about selling out. You don't just lose your credibility, you lose your ability to call anything out ever again. Because the moment you open your mouth about injustice, someone's gonna pull up the receipts and show the world that you were real quiet when your team was doing the exact same thing. So let's step back for a second and look at the whole picture. Nicki aligned herself with MAGA thinking she was leveling up, but instead of real supporters, she got bots. Instead of legal protection, her lawyer dumped her. Instead of citizenship, she got a souvenir gold card. And she got radio silence from Trump while her own career went up in flames. And that $10 million lawsuit isn't going away just because Nicki ignored her lawyer. And now she's facing that without legal representation because she thought she was too important to answer texts. And then of course, there's her husband's legal situation. When you're connected to someone with that kind of record, you're also connected to the people around him. Think about it. Kenneth's crew might feel like they got dragged into something because of Nicki's MAGA allegiance. And not all of them are going to be happy about their business being aired out because Nicki wanted to play politics. Meanwhile, Trump already abandoned her, and MAGA never genuinely cared about her in the first place. And now she's got zero political backup, no real support from peers or fans in real life, no legal team, and a husband with a shady past living off of her name. And mentally, she's sitting alone, watching everything she built crumble while pretending she's unbothered. But let me know what you think. Is there any chance Nicki can bounce back from this? Or is this really the beginning of the end? Does she even deserve a second chance at this point? Drop your thoughts below and don't miss this next video.